What is up, guys? It's your favorite cutie Mel back again on my Soapbox channel to give you guys yet another video. And today I'm going to be reviewing the episode 10 of the Ultimatum Queer Love edition. I didn't do this right away because I got caught up in other content. Obviously, if you guys are following me, you guys see I've been uploading a lot of different stuff, and I wanted to go back and refresh myself on the episode before making a video. So I happened to go ahead and do that. And oh my gosh, it's so crazy how when you want to record something, sometimes the noises just come like out of nowhere, but they should hopefully stop. Anyways, I had to rewatch it, and basically we're just gonna go ahead and hop right into it. Okay, thank God the noise is done. It's finito. Okay, so let's talk about what I first wanted to say. Okay, with Ray and Lexi. I kind of feel bad for Ray watching the reunion. I don't think I noticed how much like Ray felt pressure to like not look at Vanessa, and I just feel like it's so unfair because it's like that has been over with, especially like they filmed these things months after, like sometimes a year after filming, and it's just like the fact that Ray still felt that pressure, like she can't look at Vanessa even though it's been clear that she already took the proposal. She proposed to Lexi. They have their own lives. Vanessa is not interfering with their relationship at all, even after filming. So it's just like, why is that pressure still there? I just felt like it came off very controlling, because it's like Lexi was free to look in Vanessa's eyes and to look at wherever she wanted, but you could just tell Ray was trying so hard not to look at Vanessa. And it's just like, at the end of the day, she had an experience with this person, and she should be able to look at whoever she wants to, as long as she's not doing anything like disrespectful or cheating. I don't feel like Lexi should have that control over Ray. But it turns out the plot thickens, especially waiting till after all of this, the reunion happened and everything. Apparently Lexi and Ray are no longer together, and I have to say that I think that it's a good idea, and I think that it's a good thing, because Ray was never ready to make that kind of commitment, and I felt like the whole time she was peer pressured, and it just seemed like, from the edits at least, that Lexi was just always finding things wrong with Ray and finding ways that she wasn't good enough, and it just always seemed like Ray was in the position of being judged and for not being where Lexi is or not doing what Lexi would do. And it's just like, that's not healthy. I never felt like that would be healthy long term. So I didn't see much change to their relationship overall during the whole process. So it's just like, it was one of those things where it's just like, okay, whatever, they got engaged, you know. So let's talk about Xander and Vanessa. I felt compassion in my heart for Vanessa. I still feel like Vanessa doesn't and didn't deserve all the hate that she got from the cast and just the people who have watched the show. Like, even if she's annoying to you, overall I feel like Vanessa was just showing up very authentic to herself and whoever she was at that time. So yeah, maybe she's a little over the top, she's a firecracker, whatever. Maybe some people find her kind of personality annoying, but I appreciate people who are themselves no matter what, and I feel like she always maintained that. And I appreciate how Vanessa came to the reunion. I feel like to me it seemed like she'd grown a lot, and I think she took responsibility for the things that she may have done that maybe we haven't even seen off camera, that made people, you know, maybe turn off of her a little bit or not like her. And it's just like, what else can you ask for? It's just, I don't know, I feel like it was just bullying, and I don't really like that. But anyway, as far as her relationship with Xander, at first I felt like Xander was just feeling like, maybe because everybody else doesn't like Vanessa, they felt pressured to not appear to be moved by Vanessa. But I'm happy that Xander did actually just come out and say, like, you know, they missed her, they missed Vanessa, and that's their friend. They've been friends since high school. So it's just like, I understand that it gets weird sometimes when you break up from someone, and sometimes you really do need to go no contact so that you guys can move on with your lives. But it's just like, at first I thought it appeared that Xander was gonna put on this front, like, you know, they don't care about Vanessa, and I didn't like that. But it is what it is. I'm happy that overall that they seem to be moving towards a friendship, because I genuinely believe that Vanessa and Xander love each other, and I think that they should be able to continue being friends, even though so many things have happened both behind the scenes and on the show that maybe isn't conducive to a marriage. And then I'm glad that Xander came to the realization that I feel like Xander and Yoli were the perfect match, because they both were kind of focused on the end result. Yoli was focused on finding someone that she could get married to and have a kid with, and Xander was focused on being married and having the family as well. So I feel like they connected. It's crazy how literally everybody was paired with the person that they needed to be paired with, and it happened so organically, because the things that the couples learn from each other in their trial marriages really just help shape those people in a way that, you know, help them to grow. Even Vanessa and Ray, you know, they both came into it, I feel like, connecting because they didn't really want the same things that their partner wanted, and I feel like that is also an okay outcome. Like, you know, you don't have to be paired with someone who's going to try to force you to make you see that marriage is a thing, or it should be a thing for you. So I feel like everybody's partnership did what it was supposed to do, even though Lexi tries to downplay like Vanessa in the situation. They did what they were supposed to do, and the process went how it was supposed to go. Next, let me talk about Yoli and Mal. So Yoli and Mal, I'm happy that Mal is no longer with Yoli. I really feel like Yoli was the villain that everybody was trying to make Vanessa out to be at the end of the day. I don't judge Yoli for being where she's at, because everybody can relate. And at a time in their lives where they wanted something really bad, and, you know, they're basically willing to do anything to get it. And I feel like Yoli came in here with a goal. She wanted to be married, she wanted to have kids, and she found somebody connected with someone who wanted the same thing as her, and she gave the process her all. It got a little messy in between, and, you know, a lot of these things would not be broadcasted on TV. You know, I could speak for myself that, you know, sometimes emotions can make you feel a kind of way, and I think that I have compassion for Yoli feeling how she felt towards Xander, and, you know, wanting to just reassure Xander that it wasn't nothing. Like, and I feel like that's where a lot of Yoli was. I feel like that's where Yoli was coming from. I don't necessarily feel like she was meaning to like disrespect Mal, but ultimately that's what it was, even if that wasn't her intention. But I think that Yoli just wanted to reassure both of the people that she cared about that their connection was real, and she was doing that in whatever ways that she could. So that's just my perspective on it. It's not always right, but, you know, stuff happens, and emotions and love is not, it's not just cut and dry like that. You know, this is a crazy experiment that none of us will probably ever do, or probably will ever want to go through, and to be broadcasted in front of millions of people and judged for the outcome. And it's like, you know, I don't really judge, even though it just was what it was. It's sad, it hurt Mal, rightfully so. Mal had plenty of reason to be upset, because she really did uphold the integrity of her relationship the whole time, even through her trial marriage, even though I'm pretty sure she could have tried to push whatever boundaries as well. But it is what it is, you know. And last but not least, we have Sam and, not last but not least, I'll talk about Sam and Aussie. To me, I feel like they're in a similar place. I think that even though maybe their dynamic has become healthier, it just seems like Aussie is dragging her feet with doing the things that need to be done. And I think that it's Aussie's habit to just drag things out and say that she's going to do certain things, but not necessarily act on it. And I think that she kind of takes advantage of Sam's patience. And I hope that Sam gets what she wants, which is a marriage, and I hope that they move forward. And I hope for Sam that if things are not going in the direction that she wants it to go, that she leaves the relationship and ultimately pursues someone who is a better match for her, who's ready to do the things. Because Aussie is 45, she's almost 50 years old, and it's time to stop. Well, they are almost 50 years old, and it's time to stop caring so much about what your parents think about you. This is your life, and at this point you're almost midlife, so it's like you can't care about what your parents want more than you want. You know, if this is your partner, make the moves, do what needs to be done, and get married. You're not what is the holdup? Like, you know, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. I feel like Sam needs to move on if Aussie is not ready. And I feel like for Aussie, it's unfair to Sam to try to hold on to Sam, knowing that in your heart you're not ready to move forward, you know, just because you love her. It's not fair. Last thing, let's see, Tiff and Mildred. Their relationship was always a mess. It was always toxic. And even though I feel like they did have mutual love for each other, I think it just was one of those situations where they both did not have the skills together to make it work. And I think Mildred had the less noticeable growth throughout the whole show. And even afterwards, I never really got the sense that Mildred had really grew and learned what she needed to learn from Aussie, which was Aussie, I feel like, was just a more extreme. Aussie was a good partner for her because Aussie could show her that when she's being overwhelming. And I felt like Tiff, even though she kind of tried to learn how to be a little bit more calm, I don't feel like she really took that into her relationship with Tiff. Even before, like, they were still having the same arguments. It's almost like they just picked up where they left off. And I feel like that happens every single time they get together. As you can see in the reunion, it's automatic argument. And I don't like how Mildred didn't let Tiff finish, because Tiff really was the person who was talking first, and it seemed that Mildred just took over whatever Tiff was having to share, because Tiff was sharing about her dog. And ever since they said the date about it being Christmas Eve or whatever, right after that, Mildred just came in and basically took everything that Tiff was trying to say and basically didn't let Tiff get a word in otherwise. And I was just like, that's not fair. And I think that I've been seeing a lot of reviews where people say that it's bad that Netflix didn't really intervene in the situation. And I do feel like it would have been fair to have a host who could control that situation better, so that Mildred and Tiff could both speak what needed to be said, and also reaffirm that abuse is never okay, DV is never okay, and that you know, it was just a weird situation, unfortunate situation. But ultimately, I feel like they never needed to be together. They never should have said yes, and ultimately it didn't work out. And I don't think it ever should have. So that's all that I have to say pretty much about episode 10. I hope that you guys enjoyed my review. If you guys want me to continue to talk about shows, maybe I'll get into it, because I do watch a lot of reality TV, and it would be kind of cool to build a community around people who like to watch the same kind of shows that I do. I feel like they're entertaining. They're just the right amount of mess, because like me personally, I don't have much drama in my life, but it is my guilty pleasure to kind of just see what be going on and hear what you guys have to say, because I like to create the kind of content that I like to watch. So basically, yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your day or a great morning whenever you guys are watching this, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah. Subscribe if you want, like the video if you want other people to see my content. I would greatly appreciate it. It's a great way to support the channel for free. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Mwah. Bye.